started. Welcome. This is a session that is about Pear Start. So if you are here to learn about Pear Start, you're in the right location. My name is Fern Johnson, and in the chat are Leah Harima and Lily Ginsby, and they will be there to help you with any questions that you might have as I am going along. Alrighty, so in the chat, you should see a couple of links. One of the links is to this working notes that you see right in front of you here. This is made in Canva. And what I did was I quote unquote assigned it to you, but everybody has their own copy of these working notes that you are welcome to edit and do whatever you like. It's not going to mess me up, and it is 1,000% for you. And the other link that you'll see is to get credit for today's class. So you will have to sign in, and we'll be sure to put both links in the chat every once in a while because people come in and out and we completely understand. So anyway, that is it. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and begin. And these working notes, you don't have to have them. It is completely up to you. I am really using it as a way to keep me on track so that I know what I'm doing. All right, so Pear Start, what is it? It's a library of AI tools, and it is designed to help teachers minimize the time that you spend on task and lesson planning and all this other kind of stuff, right? And the way that you access Pear Start, that is our very first thing that we are going to do, is you're going to get onto Webdesk. And once you are on Webdesk, there's a couple of ways to get there. One of the ways is to search for the AI Tools for Staff folder. And if you click on that folder, you'll see Pear Start. Another way to get there is to start just typing in Pear, and Pear Start will be one of the selections. So I'm going to give you just a couple of minutes to go ahead and get into Pear Start. And once you're in Pear Start, it's going to look like my screen. So for this session, I highly suggest that, you got either two monitor situations going on, or you just happen to be on your big, huge curved monitor and you have my presentation on one side of me talking to you so you can see what I'm doing, and on the other side have it be Pear Start that you are working on. But you set that up however you like. Once you are in Pear Start, can you give us a thumbs up in the chat? Thank you, Rich. All right. And by the way, the music that you could hear at the beginning, and I think you could hear it, I think I shared my sound, was Snoopy and Jazz. Alrighty. So I think a good number of you are in. If you are not in, definitely put that into the chat, and either Lily or Leah can help you with some troubleshooting. Okay. All right. So going back to my meeting, my working notes, just to help me out. It really is just help me out. I'm going to explore the dashboard just a little bit so that you know kind of where things are. So on this dashboard, excuse me, you will see tools on the left-hand side. Then you will see history, materials. You're not going to see manage tools. That's something that I have. You'll see a link to go to a help center, a getting started section, how to share feedback, product updates, and things like that. We're going to start with tools. So this is the tools dashboard, and it has three sections in it. One of the sections is popular. The popular section is really just about what have you favorited, what is something that you've used in the past 30 days, and it kind of ranks them. And and that's really about it. It's like, what have you used? What have you looked at? The next section is Spotlight. And this is where if Pear Deck has created a brand new uh, AI link here, little tool tile here, then it's going to spotlight it and be like, ooh, you should probably use this. And then the last section is called All Tools. So these are all the tools that they have, which is a good amount, but they definitely add more and more. And they break them up into content, questions, communication, fun, and then planning. So you can just filter it down like that, or you can just look at everything by clicking on all. And you can also create your own custom tool, which is something that is relatively new. And we'll take a look at that as well. Okay, but we are going to get going first with tool design and what the tool looks like and things that you can do. All right, so I'm just going to choose one. And even though they have a lot of the same categories, not every single tool looks exactly the same as far as how it's set up. So I'm just going to show you one, and when you are on your own and you're exploring some of the tools that are of interest to you, then it might look a little different than what I am showing you. So just keep that in mind. All right, I'm just going to choose multiple choice assessment. And when you do click on one of the tiles, then you're going to see where you can choose from a grade level, number of questions, a topic, a description, and all these different things. So we're going to go through what that looks like. You also have the ability just to click on Use Example. And when you click on Use Example, what that does is will fill in everything for you just so you can see an example of what it looks like, so you're not having to put in so much information before you get a chance to see what this tool can do. So I think that that's pretty handy to do. And then I'll show you customized tool in just a little bit. But let me go ahead and X that out. And I'm going to do this one at a time. Now, this is our elementary session, pretty much. So I'm going to choose for my multiple choice assessment, I'm going to choose fourth grade. And I want 5 questions. I can click on select standards under my topics, and I already have one that's already up. And so you can search by a standard, you can put in Texas for the state, whatever subject you teach in the grade level. And then you can choose from the standard set. I chose from the TEKS 2017, but you can choose from a few different standards, but that's the one I chose. And then it's pretty much, I'm just checking the standards that I'm going to be using. Okay. So I'm going to save and close that. I could also attach a website or link a website or attach a PDF of information. And so then what I want this questions to be about is, oh, I don't know, I did language arts. How do you, uh, I don't know, how do you figure out the main idea of a book. Okay. So you can just put in topic information. And then you can go into the depth of knowledge. You can do DOK 1, 2, or 3, the difficulty, and any other details or what you want to focus on. And after I'm done here, and on all of them they're like this, you click on the generate button. There we go. And then it just starts writing and doing whatever. And these just happens to be just multiple choice questions that are in here. After these questions have been generated, I will say this, and I'm going to ask this in the chat. Give me a yes or no. Should teachers read every single one of these questions and make sure that they are accurate? Yes or no? Woo, that's quick. I know Kelly was quick. And thank you, Amanda, as well. Yes, absolutely. You absolutely need to look at every single one of them and make sure that it is okay. All right. Now, if I want to edit these questions, because I was like, ooh, I don't like that vocabulary word. That's just way too hard, or I just want to do something else. You can click on edit, and then it just goes into editing software that you can do, like right there, and edit however you want to. You also have the ability just to copy it. You can print it out. You can save it. And I'm going to go ahead and save because this is going to come into play in just a little bit. So I'm going to click on save that I'm saving it to my materials library. And I can change the title if I want to. Good question, Nora. You're jumping the gun, girl. Oh my goodness. Um, and then I can also transform this into a pair assessment, a pair practice set, which I'll show you here in just a little bit, create additional questions or summarize it. Nora asked, and rightly so, can I create this in Spanish? Well, right here, it says to ask for changes and more information. So Nora, you tell me, what should I say? Please. I don't say please, but I do say please just simply because I don't know if the AI people are going to come and get me if I'm rude. So I'm going to say, please change this to Spanish.
Maybe I was too direct.
Do what?
Was I too direct?
No, not at all. And then generate. There we go. Yay! Oh, I got the thumbs up. Okay. So, yes, and it's not just Spanish. You can change this to pretty much any language. Um, I think there's over 100 and some languages that you can change this into. So depending on who you have on your campus, you can change it however you want to. Now, something I haven't tried, and I'm going to do this live, even though we're recording this and everything else, because I've never tried this. I'm going to say, write in English and Spanish. I just want to see what it does. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so question 5, Pregunta 5. So it did it in both Spanish and English. That's interesting. Okay, so that's the
So
first time I've
it
tried that.
seems like it did it simultaneously. Asked the
Yeah.
question in English and then in Spanish, and then gave you the options in English and Spanish,
Okay.
English and Spanish, English and Spanish. It it's good. Maybe we could say it differently, but I like that.
Yay. Okay, great. Yes, and prompting is very important because obviously I gave this the most simple prompt ever, but if you told it to do something a lot more specific than what I'm doing, I'm sure the output would be better for sure. Yay. Okay, so that was fun. Alrighty. So anyway, so after you are done with this, as far as it looks the way that you want it to look, there's a few things you can do. One is you can share it. So if you get a shareable link, that shareable link you can send to your team and they'll be able to get the beautiful output or the prompting that you wanted, that you created, and then you can share it with your team so that they don't have to create the prompting. But it will be their information. So they're not going to be messing up your stuff. You're not giving them a link to edit what you did. You're just going to give them a link to be able to use the prompting that you gave it. And so that could be quite useful for teams. You also have the ability to customize the tool. This is where things get very interesting to me anyway. You can obviously change the name and description and stuff like that. But on the customized fields, you can reset the questions. You can do the different difficulties. So you can redo this and you can customize it specifically the fields for you. So you can hide the fields, you can show them again, whatever it is. You can do all of that and then give custom instructions. So you can make this be as custom as you would like for it to be. That is completely up to you. And that one was that I used, that was just the multiple choice one. I'm going to go back to the tools because and I went through that really quickly, but I want to give a chance for you guys to be able to practice as much as possible. I just want to show you a few of the tools that I like, and then I want you to be able to go and explore and look at the tools that maybe you might like. All right. Now after you get the tool and everything else, you can transform the content, and I showed you that, but I'm going to do another one. This YouTube video question, number 3 here, I'm going to skip to that first. I want to show you how this works first because if you don't know how, it's going to take you a little bit to try to figure out the answer, and I don't want you to have to waste your time. So for the YouTube video questions, let's say that there's a YouTube video that your students are going to watch, and you want to just do some questions from that video, have the AI generate the questions, and then of course you'll take a look at it to make sure that it's appropriate. All right, so you do the grade level, question types, question count, all that stuff. But right here, it says that it needs the YouTube video transcript. Okay. You can't just do a link. You have to have the transcript. So I'm going to show you where that's located. So let me get my YouTube over here. This is the Snoopy I was talking about. I don't know who else is obsessed with Snoopy, but I know that I am. Well, let me close that. Okay. So on YouTube, if you go to any video that has words on it, I'll just do this. I don't know who these people are. The Walker sisters. I don't know. Appalachian people, something like that. Okay, so
This
once
is
I
what
click
Ivy
on
League
it,
universities you can get into with a
then
3.6
let me
GPA.
pause this. 90%. You can hear me. Um, there's like a little description, and in the description, in itty bitty print, you'll see dot 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 and then more. When you click on more, then if you scroll down, you'll see show transcript. You click on the transcript to show the transcript, and then the transcript will appear on the right side. You literally just click and drag down until you get all the words and everything. Right click, copy, and then you can go back and you can paste it right inside the transcript. And there you go. Okay, so you have to go to the YouTube video. You need to click on more under the description, right? And then you click on transcript, show transcript, and then it'll pop up here. Okay. So I know that's a lot of little steps, but there's no way around it for whatever reason, but I wanted to show that to you guys. Okay, another one that I like, especially before elementary, is morning meeting questions. So much fun. the essay feedback tool, which is really cool, but do not ever, ever, ever enter any PII, personally identifiable information, for you or for the students. So no names, nothing like that, because we don't want to put that in AI. Even though I'm going to take a second to talk about that. Now, since we have a privacy agreement with the Pear Learning Suite, we are able to put in like not children's names or stuff like that, but we can put in their writing because this AI tool is not being used to train on materials. So anything that we create in Plano ISD with the specific tools that we have vetted and that we have privacy agreements with, they're not being used to train their AI data. And so that's why. So don't think, oh, I'm going to put a student's essay in here and that's fine. And I'm also going to do it in ChatGPT. No, do not put anything in ChatGPT, period, when it comes to any student writing and stuff like that. Okay. Alrighty. So essay feedback tool is pretty neat. Told you about the YouTube questions. Think, pair, share question creator. Oh my gosh, I was playing with that today and it's really good. So I know we do a whole bunch of think, pair, share type activities. I would check that out. And then text leveler. This is one, I mean, I've used it, but teachers go completely bananas over the text leveler simply because they can take some text that the students are reading and then they can change up the difficulty of the text. So if you're teaching second grade and you need to have the content that you are learning to be kindergarten level, the content will stay the same, but the difficulty of the vocabulary and things like that are going to change to be more kindergarten level. If you have that second grader and they read more on a fourth or fifth grade level or above, then you can change that as well. But this text leveler tool has been amazing, and teachers just cannot get enough of that one. Okay, where are we on time? All right, perfect. All right, I am going to give you 20 minutes, and I'm going to put the counter on. And I would like for you to go through and try them out. Try out the ones that I suggested. Try out the ones I didn't suggest. It is completely up to you. All right. So I'm going to give you this time because teachers always say we don't give time to do things. I'm giving you some time. This is your time to play with these tools. And if you have any questions, you can also ask in the chat and we'll be more than happy to help you out. All right. So let me set the timer. Hopefully you guys got some really good working time in there. I am going to actually stop sharing my screen. And I would like for you guys to share your favorite tool. And do not be shy. I promise. It's not that many people in here, less than, 20. So please, please, please feel free to share your screen and share with us what you found. Let me go through. Okay, so Nora said that she learned to create a choice board with a fiction and nonfiction elements. That's awesome.
And also in Spanish. So I had an opportunity to do that and try it myself. I love it. So I'm happy. I don't know how to share my screen.
That's okay. Well, that's awesome. Yay. Oh, Clara is in here too. I'm sorry, guys. I did not know Clara was in here. I would have introduced her as well. Clara is part of our digital learning team. And
You know, one question that I like to ask, once I have created something and I can share it,
Mhm.
can I save it somewhere? I mean, if I wanted to access that later on and put it on a screen in front of my kids, how do I do that? because I kind of got stuck. I saved the link, send me the link on a mail, but then after that, I didn't know how else to save it.
Okay, so Nora apparently has been paid money because that is where I was going next to tell people how to be able to save their materials and stuff.
Yes.
Okay, so let's say that you made, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to do the multiple choice assessment that I had. I'm using an
Hmm.
example, generate, and it's like, yay, I'm using this. This is fantastic, blah, 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 right?
Right.
At the bottom, after this is done here, you see the little button that says save?
Yes.
When
Hmm.
you click on save, if you go to materials here on the left side, it's
Hmm.
going to save all of your materials.
Oh. So if I move to another tool and I didn't save it, it just disappears, I'm assuming.
Not quite. So
Oh, show me.
if you move to a different tool and you did not save your materials,
Right.
if you go to history, save
Ah,
your prompt.
thank you.
So
Because
you
I
might,
actually created two things and I wanted to know how to go back and I didn't know how.
there you go. So you can go to history, it saves your prompt. You'll have to hit generate button again to get the material.
Sure,
But
sure.
I mean, it's just one click, so this should be fine. But
Oh,
yes, but this saves all of your prompts.
okay. Wonderful. So the history button and
Mhm.
save.
There you go. Y'all would have thought that Nora and I worked on this together to do the training, but we did not. So there you go. So that is
Thank you.
that. You are very welcome. Okay, in the chat, and let me open my chat back up here. All right, so in the chat, I also see people like the lesson plan tool, even though your teaks weren't there. Oh, sorry, Kelly. And still experimenting. Great. Amanda found an academic content creator and was able to write a news article about energy and matter transfer in food webs. Wow, that's fun. And by the way, y'all can also search for the tools up at the top. So she's saying that she's found an academic content creator. So if I type academic, there you go. It pops up. Let's see here. Multiple choice vocab for assessment for science. The DOK leveler is a great tool for taking a question and making it higher level. Yep. So let's see, what did Josh start with? What is a biotic factor and was able to get a more challenging question that required deeper thinking? Yay. And that's really great because y'all, you can do this on your iPad too. So if you are doing a whole group and you're asking questions and you're just like, oh gosh, I got to think of something that is just a little bit deeper meaning. I mean, you can do this on your iPad as well. So that's something to think about. Creating a choice board, explore the worksheet generator. Clara loves the text leveler. Absolutely. Um, Because it is time consuming to manually take text and change the level for advanced learner or learner that needs a different reading level. Oh my goodness. Yes. Not only that, but I mean, when I was in the classroom, I had students from um, that were newcomers. I had a lot of newcomers in my class, and they came from all over the world. So while we had some really great Spanish resources, I didn't have really great, Farsi resources or stuff like that. And so I would have loved and appreciated having a text leveler or thing or something that will translate the language for me. So that's awesome. The morning meeting questions created discussion questions for in-depth thinking. And that is from one of our librarians. Thank you, Kelly. Let's see here. The student project creator for creating food webs and stuff like that. Excellent. Oh, for two-digit by two-digit multiplication, you are talking my language. I love it. Morning meeting and think, pair, share. Excellent job. Okay, so as a group, And I'm going to be asking you this for selfish reasons. We do not use this with students and with teachers and how teachers are able to use this stuff. We can kind of give you the what we think. I'd rather know what you guys think. So, in your opinion, um, are these tools or the tools that Pear Start has here, do you think that this could help you with offloading some of the brain power that you have to take to do some activities that you would much rather use that brain power to be with your students? Does this help offload some of that? And how? How does it offload it? And y'all can unmute yourselves, you can do whatever. Because if I was in the classroom right now, I would be losing my whole mind and so excited about this. Okay, great. Well, thank you for sharing that. It can be extremely useful with allowing me time to concentrate on specific tasks. That's right, areas and tasks that require more time. Absolutely. Absolutely. Alrighty, so thank you for sharing all of that. And in the tips section is what Nora and I were talking about. You can find your previous prompts under the History tab. You can save your materials for future use and retrieve them under Materials. Remember, you never put PII, identifiable information, or copywritten materials into AI for privacy purposes. And always, always, always check the outputs for accurate information. This is not a putting something in there, taking the output and going. No, you actually need to read it through. Okay. Also see on our notes page here, the resources. We have Pear Start on the PISD website, or you can go to the Friendly. So thank you, Leah, for creating both of those. You can also click on the Help Center that's in the actual Pear Start. So right here, there's a little Help Center. Now, Go Guardian will, I think, keep this a little bit more timely than what we can do because we can't update I'll say Leah, can't update all of our web pages all at the same time every single day. So sometimes, as y'all know, technology changes. And when there are changes or things there, then this is probably going to be just a little bit more timely. But please do check out our resources there. And, whoops, click on Getting Started to watch a 7-minute introductory video. That is also pretty good. They have an introductory video that you can take yeah, thank you, Leah. So yeah, she links to company web pages because they keep their stuff absolutely. Because we can't. There's no way. That's not even possible. It would not be humanly possible. You know what? Probably AI could do it if we had some way to have AI keep it up to date, but it's not humanly possible to do. But yes, absolutely. And then the getting started video is on the site as well to take a look. If I were you, and this little, like I said, this working notes page and stuff, that is for you. You can do whatever you want with it. You can take it, do whatever you like. This is a function within Canva. I know we're not learning about Canva right now, but I'm going to tell you right now, this is a function within Canva that you can, if you make something for your students and you want them to be able to adjust it, you can click on Assign and share in a link, copy that link, put it right in the Google Classroom, and then they will have their own copy. So that's a little side Canva thing. And the way that you get to it is you go to classwork. There you go. And then you can see the working notes and you can see all your students. So anyway, that's just a little side thing about Canva. I know you're not here for Canva. Any other questions about Pear Start? All right, so we have 5 more minutes. And in that 5 minutes, I do want to show you, not actually go through the whole thing, but I also want to show you there is something called Pear Practice that is also within the Pear Learning Suite. And Pear Practice, I'm going to go ahead and click on it, is kind of like Kahoot. So those of y'all who are like, oh, Kahoot and quizzes and Quizlet and all these different things, they are just charging all this money and all this stuff. Well, now you can use Pear Practice. So definitely check that out, write that down. And if you want to play games and all this stuff, and actually the stuff you create in Pear Start, you can make it be a pair practice. So if you did multiple choice questions in Pear Start, after you've created them in Pear Start, you can make them be pair practice questions and then you can play a game. All right. Um, so this material here, let me go to the history. Actually, I'm gonna go here. All right, so these questions, actually, let me go to the prompting. That'll be a little bit better. Okay. So right here, I can go to pair practice. I can make it be that. Da, 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 da. And then it says transform this outline into a pair practice set. It's going to transform it, and then it's going to make a pair practice game. Okay. So definitely play with that. Okay, we only have a couple minutes left. I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Thank you so much for joining us today. This has been a lot of fun and hope that you learned a whole bunch. Thanks, you guys.